Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How are you?
Better.
Better? Just go home and take a shower?
Took a shower, change of clothes, got the movie on in time, so it's like a lower stress level of, oh fucking shit, we're not gonna get this in time.
Yeah. When did you get to the drop-off point?
7:15. There's like, I would say there are probably about like 10 teams there already.
Yeah.
But I'd say a lot of teams didn't make it because it didn't seem like a whole lot of people.
Do you think a lot of teams may have gotten it in earlier that day?
That's possible too.
I know one of the teams, I believe Best Place Ever, had theirs already done editing and everything last night. So they said that they probably turned it in a lot earlier. But you said there are about 10 teams.
Yeah.
Did you notice anybody who were having problems that may not have gotten it in on time?
Smoke Monster, I didn't see them there. They didn't make it in time last year. I didn't see anybody from that team there this year either.
Oh, that's a shame. When you got there at 7:15, did it take long for you to get registered, or?
No, yeah, the guy, Sam, just came up to me, and I told him that we had copy B, and we're waiting for the master, and he's like, well, you know, go ahead and sign in, and then at least you'll be signed in, and then we can wait last minute to turn in the...
Okay. So, we turned in a movie that by all means feels a little incomplete, not necessarily edit-wise, but maybe quality-wise and export-wise. How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that. I mean, it's just, we did the best we could, and we got it, we finished it, we got it in time. You guys made it there last minute with the master. Unfortunately, he's not going to play, but we did it.
That's a lot more than a lot of teams can say.
I'd say, I mean, it was very chaotic. I didn't think we were going to finish it all.
Okay. From what we shot the entire weekend and everything we shot with, do you think that the video that we submitted lives up to the standards that we set for ourselves the entire weekend?
I haven't watched the whole thing yet, so I don't know. It's better than better than the rough cut. I was very like shaking my head like, oh god, do I even want my name attached to this? But it's pulling together with like the soundtrack and also with Drew Walker doing the syncing. So I feel better about it.
So in the end, you definitely don't mind your name being in the credits?
No, I think it's just turning out better now that we're getting more time to edit and making it look better.
Cool. Speaking of credits, we had a decently small crew compared to other teams this year, and for our first year. I think we had together about
11 total.
11 total?
9 crew.
9 crew, and most of those were kind of barely crew in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Or
That's one of the main things I would have changed from the beginning was not trying to stick with us 3. I think it was just like mainly like you and maybe Andrew worried about losing some of the creative, opinions or having the creative control. But we needed a lot of extra hands, especially with the setup with like our 2 cameras. We needed a lot more grips and PAs, just like people that can run and extra hands. But with our core crew, I think we're fine. But we really missed. We really needed Anna. We needed a tape log. We needed sound log. We needed somebody, because if we had at least one scripty person, then Andrew and Drew would have been able to get more sleep.
Can you tell me who all was on the crew?
So it was you, right?
I am...
Director. Ty is talking to me, reviewing me. He's director. There's me and Andrew. We're all 3 producing, and then I was DPing. It was my first time DPing too. So, and then there's Drew Walker, who was the sound editor, and then score, and Sam Ty, was it?
Tease.
Boom operator, which he's never done either. And it didn't occur to anybody until we got into the editing that we needed to tell him to actually keep track of the cards that he was sending back.
Who else was on the crew?
There's Nikki Tiernan. She was the assistant director. I called her really short notice, like on Thursday, if she could do this, because realizing that we had some people that weren't going to show up, and some she was good on the set too to have. And then Nick Crimbley, He's a prop master. He filled in as assistant camera, Ingrid, prop master.
Okay. And then our actors are.
Carissa Andrews. Carissa has also done some extras work, stand-in for like feature films, and then she also did makeup. And then her sister Vanessa showed up like later in the night, and production assistant also helped out today while we're post picking up food and getting the CDs, the DVDRs, whatever.
Cool. And so, is it true that you're the only person on the team that has ever had any 48-hour experience?
There's Drew too.
Oh, Drew.
Drew has had more than me. I've only like kind of witnessed the team from last year that worked with. That was Southside Studios, and they won. They've always like placed like top 3 a few times. But it's good because I was like, I didn't really want to be part of the actual like core crew. I just kind of like watched them, observe them, so that if I had my own team, I knew how to run it, like scheduling and when we would sleep and how many we need for crew and talent.
So, but Drew did most of his stuff remotely then. He got most of it sent to him from Washington, D.C., so he wasn't really on set. Okay, so he's had experience, and now we all have experience now. And with the experience, would you say that next year you'd want to get more crew?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I would actually want to just be, if I did it again, I would like to have control of producing just solely. And not even DPing, because I found out I'm not a good DP. It's just not my thing. I thought it's just really interesting, but it's just really also complicated. And it's just like, if you're gonna be DP, that's like you should either be DP and director, but then that's it. It's just like too much. Like you were acting and you were directing, like you couldn't really direct and act at the same time because you didn't have just like a small role. You were the male lead.
Yeah. Well, so next time if Yellow Sandwich Studios makes another movie,
Yeah.
or if and when.
If I'm still in Iowa.
If you're still in Iowa, do you think you just want to be in a production role and behind the scenes without necessarily being behind the camera or anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to be, talent, crew, make sure we got all forms right, getting equipment, things like that. Taking care of the little details that we missed today.
Did you have fun